Hello and welcome to Gibson Field here in Canton, Massachusetts. I'm Kevin Craig, along with my cameraman Jameson Smith and my statistician Nicholas McGregor. And we are here to bring you varsity baseball featuring your Canton Bulldogs and the Fairhaven Blue Devils. Who will win? Who will lose? Find out next. And we're getting set for first pitch here as the Bulldogs are getting ready to take on the Fairhaven Blue Devils. And we got Griffin Jerrier up to bat as the field moves in. And Josh takes strike one. 1-1 the count. Nunez takes that wild pitch and it goes right by us for a count of 1-1. As we are here on the opening batter of this game. This glorious game. It's a little windy here, and it actually is significant this time. And we are here on April break at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's actually 11 o'clock. And then 2-2 the count. The pitch. Almost hits the batter, but that is a ball. Full count. The pitch, the payoff pitch. Is a ball. And that will be a walk. For number 4, Josh Nunez. Noah Furtada is up for the Blue Devils. The pitch is down there for ball 1. As number 4, Nunez is looking to take a big lead out at first base. And time is called by the batter, as we are here early in the top of the first inning. As he winds up, he gets set. Griffin looks behind him. Number 9 for the Bulldogs, the pitch. It shows bunt, but that goes foul. 1-1. It is a chilly wind here at Gibson Field. It is the second game played here all season. The last game the Bulldogs played here, they beat their rivals Foxboro by a score of 13-0 in a shutout victory by Kevin Powell, the pitcher. Now Griffin Jerrier pitches, and that ball is smacked down to the right fielder, Mr. James Hamrock, and that will result in a single for number 7 for the Blue Devils and advance Josh Nunez to third base. Noah Furtada with that single as the first hit of the game. Ryan McKenna is up for the Blue Devils. Griffin checks the runner, step pitch, and that is a foul ball right up into the net for the Blue Devils. As Furtada was looking to steal there, but due to the foul ball, he has to go back to first. Looks like he may try to steal again, only time will tell. And yes, he will, as that ball is hit back to the pitcher. And that'll be 1 out. As the runners remain on third, but Furtada goes to second base as he advances. Logan Parker is up to bat for the Blue Devils as he is the 4th man to bat in this top half of the first inning. Griffin's pitch is a pass ball, and all runners look to advance, and that will be a score for the Blue Devils as they go on top 1-0 early in this matchup. Now this is only a 7-inning game here at Gibson Field at Canton High School. But that is the first score of the game in the top half of the first inning. 1-0 in favor of the Fairhaven Blue Devils. The pitch shows bunt, but as another pass ball on the run and moves back to third base. Goes Ferreira as he is on third, looking to score home. And he's the young man on base. Ryan McKenna is up for the Blue Devils. Oh, down the dirt. 2-1 the count. And that ball is headed straight towards us. Keep your heads up.
You're good. You're good.
We're good. And we're good as that ball does not hit anybody. It is good news. The count is still 2-2 to Noah. To Logan. As Logan is the bat for the Blue Devils. Logan Parker takes a ball, and there will be a full count for Logan Parker of the Fairhaven Blue Devils. As there is a runner on third, and the score is in favor of the Blue Devils. The pitch is hit. As Logan will take his base as the second walk of the inning, and is the first pitch batsman of the inning. Matt Burgos is up to bat for the Blue Devils. The pitch, and this team tries to steal another base. That is hit into center field, and that will be an out as both runners try to advance but go straight back. What an R1, number 4, Mike McMahon, as he tosses that ball all the way from shallow center field all the way to home plate to Joe Pescia, the catcher. Ian Furtada is up for the Blue Devils. Ian Furtada is up as his brother Noah Furtada is on third base as he tries to drive in. His brother tries to get him home. 1-0 the count, and that was a ball. As we have run-ins on the corners here at a chilly morning at Gibson Field, and that ball is foul. Foul behind the backstop. 1-1 the count, as the Blue Devils are definitely ready to go at any time. They are just stealing machines. Somebody arrested you. As Ian Furtada gets set for the pitch. Griffin Jerrier, the pitch is right to him, and he tosses that ball to first. And Sean Doyle has the third out of the top of the first. So at the end of the first half of this game, the top of the first, it is the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1, the Canton Bulldogs 0. Here we are in the bottom of the first inning as Mike McMahon, number 4, is up for the Bulldogs. McMahon had a stellar game the last time we were home against Foxboro. That is a foul ball. Foul ball it is. 1-1 the count.
Hey, learn from that. Look like pull. Let's go. Let's go.
As Canton look to take up that 1-0 deficit here. The pitch is a little dribbler down to the pitcher, but that is a foul ball. 1-2 the count. Last game here at Gibson Field, Mike McMahon had a stellar vertical jump. He jumped at least 7 feet in the air. It was insane. Now here we are, Mike McMahon back to bat 1-2 to count. And the pitch is swing and a miss. But that is a foul ball as he got a piece of it. As Ian Furtada, the last man out in the top of the first inning, is now the pitcher for the Fairhaven Blue Devils. The pitch. That's another ball. 2-2. And that is a chopper right down to the pitcher, and that will result in the first out of the bottom of the first. As the number 14, Kevin Howard, is up to bat for Canton, the star pitcher who pitched a shutout, a complete game shutout the last time he was at home at Gibson Field. And he pitched a no-hitter through nearly half of the game. And here comes the pitch, and it is a strike, 0-1. The pitch, Furtada, and it is off the hand of the star pitcher, Kevin Howard. What? What do you mean?
Like sometimes.
You can't see him at all?
Huh?
You can't see him at all?
No, short times. Is that okay?
A little bit. Try to focus more on like the first baseline then.
Okay.
Like right in front of him.
You got it.
Griffin Jerrier is up to bat, the pitcher of this very game. As that is a check. As the pitcher checks on number 14, Kevin Powers. The Thieves try to make sure that they are not have a stolen base on their hands. Oh, and 1. Powers takes his lead. Griffin Jerrier of the bat. Caton checks the runner, and the pitch is slammed into right field. What a hit. That line driving. Powers is running. And he is safe.
Get it close.
On.
No shot at him,
And Powers will run home after a grand roll double. Or triple. And there is a double for Griffin Jerrier, and there's a error in center field. So that will result in the Bulldogs getting this game tied up at 1. And Griffin Jerrier will have a RBI triple. The catcher, Joe Pescia, is up for the Bulldogs as Ian Furtada looks to keep this game tied at 1.
Aiden, you gotta split it. He already had third. He's at first. Hey, let him know. Don't get both now.
Why keep that come through?
One. Over here. All right, let's keep him there.
And Joe Pescia takes a wild pitch there, and that'll be ball 1. So after a reversal of the umpire's call, it is now a double for Griffin Jerrier, and we have Griffin Jerrier on second and Kevin Powers on third, as the Blue Devils are leading this game 1-0. And Joe Pescia is up for the Bulldogs. And that pitch is again hammered into right field. And that is a very close to the home run, 324 feet away. And that will score 2 runs and a 2-run RBI triple for Joe Pescia, the captain. And that results in Canton taking a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. The spectacular left-hander, Sean Doyle, is up for the Canton Bulldogs. as he faces off against Ian Furtada. And it's strike one. 0-1 the count.
Come on, Ian. Come on, Ian. Hey, one down. Now we'll get it back.
One out here in the bottom of the first. Ball one. The count is 1-1. The spectacular left-hander is playing first base today, much like he did last time. That ball is headed straight towards the camera. Okay, everybody move.
Hey, I got it.
Gotta watch out for our safety. As we're in the dangerous position here on the first baseline, but it is the best viewpoint for you, the viewer, to see the game. As a foul tip. 1-2 the count. As we are here at Fairfield, we are here facing Fairfield High School. Ours is Canton High School here at Canton High School. And that is 2-2 the count, as the Bulldogs have a 2-1 lead here against the Blue Devils at Gibson Field in Canton, Massachusetts. And that ball is fouled deep into the backstop. Joe Pescia is on third after a 2-run RBI triple. After an error that almost scored the first run, but Joe Pescia has that RBI triple. And that is a strikeout for the spectacular left-hander.
Hey, 2 down now.
Jim Jenkins is up for the Bulldogs as there's 2 outs in this inning. Pitch is fouled into the dirt. 0-1. Ian Furtada looking to keep this game at a 1-run deficit for his Blue Devils. Furtada's pitch is in the dirt, ball 2. Jim Jenkins looking to drive in the runner on third. As here comes the pitch. And that pitch is slammed into center field, as that will result in a RBI single for Jim Jenkins, number 18. And the score now is the Canton Bulldogs 3, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1. The splendid fielder Jimmy Hamrock is up for the Bulldogs. Mr. Hamrock had a stellar game the last time we were here at Gibson Field, as there was a check on the runner, Jim Jenkins, and he is safe at first base. Jimmy Hamrock was instrumental in the shutout victory against the Foxboro Warriors last time we were here at Gibson Field, as Jim Jenkins has been checked on twice and has been safe both times. 1-0 the count to Mr. Hamrock. 3-1 here is the score in the bottom of the first inning for the Canton Bulldogs. 2-0 the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Number 2, Ian Furtada, looks to take out number 3, doesn't struck it out. 3-0 the count, as number 3, Jimmy Hamrock is up to bat for the Bulldogs. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch. And that is a 4-pitch walk for the splendid fielder Jimmy Hamrock. Kevin Monaco. Kevin Monaco, the junior, is up for the Canton Bulldogs. 28 is the number that Monaco wears. Ball 1, 1-0. As there are runners on second and first. We got doing Jimmy's. We got Jim Jenkins on second and Jimmy Hamrock on first. 1-1 count. And here we are, Ian Furtada. Furtada's pitch is swinging at it, but missed.
Come on, Ian, get out, Ian.
1-2. And the wind's starting to slightly pick up here in Gibson Field. And it is a swing and a miss at the end of one. The score is the Canton Bulldogs 3. The Fairhaven Blue Devils 1. And here we are in the top of the second inning. Brett Enos is up for the Blue Devils as he is looking to recover the lost runs that the Blue Devils had in the bottom of the first as they trail the Canton Bulldogs by a score of 3-1. Strike one, 0-1. As the sun has decided to come out here at Gibson Field, and it is 11:30 in the morning on a glorious Tuesday morning. And he is out at third base.
Thank God you got that one right. Oh, you. Thank you.
Kyle Franks is up to bat for the Blue Devils as we have one out here in the top of the second inning. The pitch is whacked into right field, and the splendid fielder Jimmy Hamrock has everything covered. And it is a quick 2 outs here for the Bulldogs as they have retired 2 Blue Devils, with making it 2 outs here in the top of the second. Bobby Mitchell is up for the Blue Devils. The pitch, and Bobby Mitchell takes strike one. 0-1. Griffin Jerrier's pitch is in the dirt. 1-1 to Bobby Mitchell of the Fairhaven Blue Devils. The pitch is smacked into the shortstop, and that is out number 3 for the Bulldogs as they retire the side 1-2-3 at the end of 1.5. The score remains Canton Bulldogs 3, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1. And here we are at the bottom of the lineup. Matt Casamento is up for the Canton Bulldogs. That ball is in the dirt, 1-0. As we are here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch. The strike. And it is 1-1 to Matt Casamento as Ian Furtada is still the pitcher for the Blue Devils. The pitch is another strike. 1-2 the count. The pitch. That ball is foul.
It's out of play.
That ball is out of play. Once again, it is straight toward us. As we will stop at nothing to get you the most spectacular views here for Canton Community Television. Canton Community Television. 2-2 the count. Here on this Tuesday morning during April vacation for the high school students. As that ball is shellacked down the right field line, and that will be a first single of the day. I thought how come we can't remember? That's not something. Sure? It looks a lot like Jason. Matt Casamento gets his first single of the day as we are back to the top of the lineup. Mike McMahon is up for the Canton Bulldogs. And Casamento was checked at first base and just makes it before he is tagged out. Casamento takes his lead once again at first base. And that is a good bunt by Mike McMahon, but he will be out at first base. But he advances the runner to second. So at the bottom of the second inning, there is one out here for the Canton Bulldogs. As Kevin Powers is up for the Canton Bulldogs. Last time Powers was hit by a pitch, but he did score. The first one. Powers scored the tying run last time as he crossed home plate. And there was just a check of the runner at second base, as Casamento remains the runner at second base. As he is in scoring position, Powers looks to drive him home. One and 0 the count to Kevin Powers. Casamento's pitch is in the dirt. 2-0. Casamento is on second, and that is Furtada. Oh, the things we mess up here. An inglorious Tuesday morning during April vacation. But that is no excuse for amazing baseball action, as that ball is hit into left field, and it will be a single for number 14, Kevin Powers. As the pitcher, Griffin Jerrier, is up for the Bulldogs. He hit a double last time he was up and crossed home plate for the second run the Bulldogs have obtained. As the sun is starting to come out to the field. Here at Gibson Field, the wind has died down, the sun has come out, and it has become a great game for baseball. As we have a meeting of the minds here at the mound. And we are back to the action. There's one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Kevin Powers is on first base and Matt Casamento is on third. And that is a strike. 0-1 the count to the pitcher, Griffin Jerrier. Ian Furtada looks to get a strikeout here. 1-1 is the count, though. And checks the runner at first. He takes a while to pitch, and the pitch is off. And that ball is skyrocketing towards right field. And that is a missed opportunity by the Blue Devils, as that results in a scoring play for Griffin Jerrier as he drives home. Number 40, Matt Casamento, making the score. Bulldogs 4, Blue Devils 1. Joe Pescia is up for the Bulldogs. He had the triple that scored the 2 runs for the Bulldogs. He's the one that resulted in the lead for the Bulldogs. And Furtada checks the runner at second, but he is safe. As Kevin Powers is safe at second, we have runners on second and first. As the catcher, Joe Pescia, is up to bat. Furtada's pitch is a ball, 1-0.
Come on, Blue, make a play, let's go.
Still 1 out is all that there is here in the bottom of the second inning. And it is a strike, 1-1. Ian's pitch is whacked into center field, and that will result in a run that looks to be.
That's when you take the shot.
And he is out. Out at home, but one run did score. 5-1 Bulldogs, as the center fielder for the Blue Devils rockets down the pitch down to home plate and results in the out of Kevin Howard. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, and the spectacular left-hander is up at bat. The pitch is a strike, 0-1 to Sean Doyle, the first baseman. We have a runner on third and a runner on second. 1-1 the count. Furtada looking to get out of this inning. And the pitch is down to the dirt, 2-1, as the score is 5-1 Bulldogs. As the sun again has come out, as it is playing hide and seek in the clouds. Coming out one time, going behind the clouds another time, and it just went back behind the clouds. And that ball is hit into right field, and this time it is caught by the right fielder, Hayes, number 13. So at the end of 2, the score is Canton Bulldogs 5, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1. And we're here in the top of the third inning as Josh Nunez is up for the Blue Devils. We're at the top of the order. 0-1 the count to Mr. Nunez. The pitch is down in the dirt, 1-1. Last time he was at bat, Mr. Nunez got walked, and he is the person responsible for the only run the Blue Devils have. He's the one that crossed the plate for the Blue Devils. And it is 2-1 the count to Josh Nunez, as Griffin Jerrier looks to have another quick inning. As a strike, 2-2. The pitch is down in the dirt for a full count. As there's time called by the batter. As there is a softball in the field.
Hey, lead it one at a time, Blue.
And that gets the softball out of the field. And there's a softball game going on in the field next to us. Something's always going on here at Gibson Field. And we resume action. Full count. The pitch is whacked to the second baseman, Noah Say. Noah retires. Number 4, Josh Nunez, as he's the first out here in the top of the third inning.
I keep seeing. So should I move it back?
No, Furtada is up at bat. But
Should I move it so they don't see it?
yeah. Keep it on like the pitcher.
Okay.
Put it on Griffin.
Okay.
Don't do a close-up, get like a wide shot at Griffin. And here's the pitch. And that is a strike. 1-1 the count. Oh, I appreciate you staying around. This is the bouncer. As Griffin Jerrier looks to get the second out here for the Canton Bulldogs. 3-1 the count. What do you say? Noah Furtada, number 2 in the lineup for the Blue Devils. The pitch is whacked deep into right field, and it is foul. As the splendid fielder Jimmy Hamrock almost caught that foul ball. Full count to number 7. Noah Furtada, the brother of Ian Furtada, is up the bat, taking the full count, and the payoff pitch is whacked to the shortstop, and that will result in an out. 2 down for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 3rd inning, as number 28 for the Blue Devils, Ryan McKenna, is up the bat. Quick touch pick up here at Gibson Field, and that is a ball, 1-0. The pitch is high, 2-0. As Griffin Jerrier looks to have yet another 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 3rd. As the score is 5-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. That ball finds a hole in the center field. As number 28 makes it to first base with a single on 2-out single. Ryan McKenna with the single. Logan Parker is up for the Blue Devils. As the wind is starting to blow towards the right here at Gibson Field. Here in morning time on a Tuesday during April break for the students of Canton High School and the students of Fairhaven High School, as that ball is fouled down the 3rd baseline. As Logan Parker will go back to home plate to pick up his bat and continue his at-bat.
Let's go, 1-5.
1-1 the count to Mr. Parker. Griffin checks first base. The pitch, as number 28 looks to steal second, and he will, as that ball is over the head of the second baseman, number 1, Noah Said.
Good boy, Bucko!
Ryan McKenna with the successful steal.
Let's go, 1-5.
Logan Parker is up for the Blue Devils with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2-1 the count.
Watch him. Come on, Logan.
Griffin's pitch. Full count is the result of Griffin's pitch. Number 9, Griffin Jerrier looks to get out of this inning without a run scoring, as that ball is hit to the shortstop, and that ball is bobbled, but it is out. The runner is out as that ball makes it to number 34, the spectacular left-hander Sean Doyle. So at the end of 2.5, the score is the Canton Bulldogs 5, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1. And here we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as number 18, Mr. Jenkins, is up for the Bulldogs. And we have a new pitcher for the Fairhaven Blue Devils, number 10, Demers. Demers' pitch is in the dirt, and it hits the umpire. Ricochets off the dirt and into the face mask of the umpire. So that is a ball, and there's a plane going overhead as the sun decided to come out once again. So here we go with the second pitch of his pitcher tenure, and that is a ball. 2-0. Craig Demers with his next pitch. Straight. 2-1. Craig's pitch is 3-1. As Craig gets set to take up his next pitch. The pitch is a strike in and out of the catcher's glove, but that is a full count. As Jim Jenkins is up at bat for the Canton Bulldogs at the start of the bottom of the third inning. That ball is fouled, and it remains a full count.
Boy, Craig, come on out.
Some of you might be wondering, where in the world is Fairhaven? Well, I have the answer. Fairhaven is near New Bedford and the South Shore. So they took about a 45-minute drive up here to Canton, Massachusetts. And that ball is once again fouled as Jim Jenkins is working the new pitcher. Craig Demers is certainly getting a warm welcome here from the Canton Bulldogs, as he is trailing along with his team by a score of 5-1. The pitch is a ball, and after a long at bat, Jim Jenkins takes his base after a walk. And Jim is 1 for 2 after that walk. He had a single last time he was up. And now the other Jim of the Canton roster takes a strike as it is 0-1. The splendid fielder, Jimmy Hamrock, is up to bat. As Jim Jenkins takes his lead at first base. As Jim does not slide into first base like most people get in check do, but he is still safe. He is number 18 for the Canton Bulldogs. He takes a big lead, does Jim Jenkins, as Craig's pitch is strike. 0-2 the count to the splendid fielder. Mr. Hamrock is still up at bat for the Bulldogs. And Jimmy was walked last time. And that is a out for Jimmy Hamrock, but there is an advancement of the runner. And Jim Jenkins moves to second base. He is now in scoring position. Kevin Monty goes up for the Bulldogs. The junior is getting set for his at-bat here in the bottom of the third inning. The pitch is a strike. And there's one out here in the bottom of the third inning, where the Canton Bulldogs are leading the Fairhaven Blue Devils by a score of 5-1. And here we go, getting set for the pitch as the wind starts to pick up a bit here. And that is a ball, as the pitcher had to have his catcher get up off his knees to get to that one. But it was successfully landed in the catcher's glove. No wild pitch was recorded. 1-1 the count. And it is a strike, 1-2 to the junior, Kevin Monagle. Here in the bottom of the third. 2-2 the count, as Ian Ferreira went 2 innings for the Blue Devils, giving up 5 runs, but we are now in the bottom of the third with 1 out here, and Craig Demers is now the pitcher. The pitch is a wild pitch, and that will a foul tip that will result in a single for Kevin Monagle. And Kevin Monaco got to first base on the drop third strike. And now Casamento is up for the Bulldogs as he scored the last time he was up. He crossed home plate and he had a single as well, so he is having a awfully great day. Is Matt Casamento, as we have runners on the second, on third, and first base. And there will be a meeting of the minds here of the entire infield at home plate for the Fairhaven Blue Devils. So we are here at Gibson Field at Canton High School as the Canton Bulldogs are leading the Fairhaven Blue Devils by a score of 5-1. We are here in the bottom of the third inning where we have runners on the corners, and Matt Casamento is up at bat for the Canton Bulldogs. As the position players move back to their spots in the infield, we get set to take back action here, and let's get back to baseball. So Craig Demers gets set to pitch, and he winds up, takes stock of the runners, and that pitch is in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 account to Matt Casamento, who is a sophomore on the varsity baseball team. What an accomplishment that is. As both runners take their leads on first and third, Casamento takes a swing to that in center field, and it is a pop fly, but it will score a run, and that is a RBI for number 40, Matt Casamento. As the score is now the Canton Bulldogs 6, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1. As there were two outs here in the bottom of the third inning, we return to the top of the lineup with Mike McMahon up to bat. Straight. And Mike McMahon is 0 for 2 in this game. He got home in he has the sacrifice bunt that moved the runner from first to second, and he was out the first time he was at bat. And now number 28, Kevin Monaco, looking to steal first, but he is unsuccessful in his attempt to steal second base, as that is a foul ball, and he has to go back to first. And Mike McMahon is up for the Canton Bulldogs as he takes a pitch that seems to be a ball as we look for confirmation. 1-2 the count. As there is a timeout on the field. And Mike McMahon looks to reset himself as he gets set for continuation of his at-bat. As Craig Demers looks the pitch, and it is a swing and a miss for Mike McMahon, and at the end of 3, the score is the Canton Bulldogs 6, the Fairhaven Blue Devils, and Kevin Monaco looked to steal on that last play but was unsuccessful due to the end of the inning. So again, the score at the end of 3 is the Canton Bulldogs 6, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1. Good. 0-1 here at the top of the 4th inning as Griffin Jerrier is still pitching for the Canton Bulldogs. And that is a foul ball. Wow. Out of play here at Gibson Field as we are once again avoiding danger one step at a time. as that ball is out of play. And here we go with the 0-2 count to the hitter from New Haven, Fairhaven. And that is a pass ball for Griffin Jerrier. Matt Borgault is up for the Fairhaven Blue Devils. He got out in the first inning. As we are here in the top of the fourth, as the Bulldogs are leading by a score of 6-1. 2-2 the count to Matt Borgault. The pitch from Griffin Jerrier is whacked to the shortstop and past him into left field as Borgault gets to first base. Number 12 is on first here. And Ian Furtada, the pitcher from the first 2 innings of this baseball game, is up at bat for the Fairhaven Blue Devils. He got out in the second inning. And number 2 lays down a bunt, and it appears to be foul. Foul ball. And that is an 0-1 count.
Come on, drive something now. Let's go, kid. Come on.
Number 12 takes his lead at first base. Griffin checks and decides to pitch. The pitch is a strike. 0-2 the count.
All day. Stay consistent, Blue.
And Ian gets set for his next event, but that is a check on the runner at first base, and he will be safe. Jimmy, when we get the batter here, because the guy's on the left. Batter, get the batter.
I am.
There's another check, and he is safe at first. Matt, number 12 for the Blue Devils, is safe at first base. To Ian Furtada, as that is swing and a miss, and that ball is just out of time as Matt Borgault is safe at second base. As number 14, Kevin Powers, takes over at second base during his shortstop position. And that is a stolen base for the Blue Devils, as they now have a runner in score position. Right, Enos is up for the Blue Devils.
Hey, be ready now. Let's go.
As the moon is starting to pick up here, and it's starting to become a chilly day here at Gibson Field. And that is another strike for Matt Enos. Right, Enos. That ball is hit to the shortstop, and that ball is in time for the out at first base. The pitcher, number 10, Frank Demers, is batting for the Blue Devils. And the pitch is off the knee of the catcher. What a swing and a miss for Craig Demers. 0-1 the count. As Griffin Jerrier looks to get out of this inning, as we're here in the top of the fourth inning. Matt Borgault is at third base, threatening to get the Canton lead down to 4, but that ball is caught in left field and at the end of 3.5. The score is the Canton Bulldogs 6 The Blue Devils won as they leave a man on base. Good. And here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning as Kevin Powers is up for the Bulldogs. He has hit a single and hit by a pitch. And so he is 1 for 2, and as he rips the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th down to the shortstop, but is out at first base. So number 9, the pitcher, Griffin Jerrier, is up to bat for the Canton Bulldogs, as Craig Demers is still the pitcher for the Blue Devils, as Craig's pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 the count, as we're here in the bottom of the 4th. And number 9 for the Bulldogs is 2 for 2 in this game. The second home game of the season for the Canton Bulldogs. 2-0 the count to Griffin Jerrier. 2 balls, no strikes. A favorable at bat for the hitter, as Craig Demers sits up, winds up the pitch. Is a strike. 2-1. The count to Griffin Jerrier, as we are here at Gibson Field in Canton, Massachusetts. And we are in the bottom of the 4th inning, where the score is Canton Bulldogs 6 and the Blue Devils of Fairhaven 1. As that ball was into the backstop. 2-2 the count to number 9, Griffin Jerrier. The pitch is hit high up in the air, and will be caught by the shortstop. So 2 up, 2 down for the Canton Bulldogs. This is unlike anything we've seen thus far this season. Now the captain, Joe Pescia, is up to bat for the Canton Bulldogs, the catcher. He scored the triple, getting the Canton Bulldogs the initial lead, and he also has a single, 2 for 2 in this game. Pescia takes high, ball 1. Does Joe Pescia. Joe is a senior here at Canton High School, an outstanding student and an outstanding catcher. All around outstanding guy. 1-1 the count, as there are no men on base, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Craig winds up. The pitch is a strike. 1-2. As we have a brisk day here at Gibson Field. It is 12:15 in the afternoon on Tuesday the 19th. And that ball is chopped right to us down the first base line. And as we get set for the next pitch. The pitch is foul tipped up into the backstop. Joe Pescia fouls it off into the backstop. 0-2 the count to the catcher. The pitch is swung and missed. And at the end of 4, the score is the Canton Bulldogs 6, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 1, 6-1 in favor of the Canton Bulldogs. The pitch, Bobby Mitchell hammers one past second base and gains a single here in the top of the 5th inning. Number 9 does Bobby Mitchell as he scores. Josh Nunez is up for the Fairhaven Blue Devils. Here in the top of the fifth inning. As Bobby Mitchell shows like he's stealing, and he is like a thief in the night as he steals second base. As the Blue Devils have come out here on the top of the fifth inning, they are just rocketing out of a rocket ship. They are just so fast and furious, it's hard to keep track for everyone involved. As Griffin Jerrier looks to slow down the pace, but that ball is handled past the second baseman Noah Sage. As the Blue Devils have come out swinging here in the inning, the top of the fifth inning. As Griffin Jerrier is still the pitcher for the Canton Bulldogs. As Noah Furtada is up to bat for the Blue Devils. As we have runners on both the corners, first and second. And Noah Furtada is up to bat for the Blue Devils. As Griffin Jerrier looks, takes it, and there is a stolen base. Stolen base for the Blue Devils. As we now have runners on second and third, both in scoring position, and there is a threat to the Bulldog lead for the first time in a long while. As Griffin Jerrier takes it, he throws the ball. That ball is a chopper, past the shortstop, and that will score 1 run, as that is an RBI for Noah Furtada. As the score is now the Canton Bulldogs 6, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 2 to 6. Ryan McKenna is up here for the Blue Devils as they are now trailing the Bulldogs by a score of 6-2. We have runners on both third and first, and they have been known to steal. So Griffin Jerrier making sure that he checks both runners. Number 7 tries to steal second base, and that ball will be caught by the second baseman, number 1 Noah Sade, but that will be a successful stolen base. So we now have runners once again on second and third scoring position, and McKenna takes a ball. So that is a ball to Ryan McKenna, and that is a 1-1. As Griffin Jerrier is definitely rattled here, but he sends another ball down to the plate as the count is now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs here in the top of the 5th inning. As the Blue Devils have come out swinging here in the top of the 5th. The pitch is whacked deep to the shortstop, and that will be the first out of the 5th inning. So now up to bat is number 15 for the Blue Devils, Logan Parker. What did he do last time? So he did up twice. As Logan checks with his coach, and we will take a short timeout, and we are back at the home plate. Logan has an 0 for 2 in this game. He has been hit by a pitch, and he is also recorded an out. So the pitch by Griffin Jerrier is down in the dirt. 1-0.
Hey, hit it hard somewhere. Hit it hard somewhere.
Logan Parker hits it hard deep into center field, but that is an out. And that is a pickle for number 7, but that ball escapes into left field. And a run scores, making the score the Canton Bulldogs 6, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 3, as they're making a run for it here at the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Matt Gold is up for the Fairhaven Blue Devils. as he tries to cut down the Bulldog lead even further. And he whacks it down to the second baseman as the second baseman throws it to the first baseman, and that is the end of the top of the fifth as Griffin Jerrier gets out of a jam and only gives up 2 runs. That could have been a whole lot worse. So at the end of 4.5, the score is the Canton Bulldogs 6 and the Fairhaven Blue Devils 3. As we are here in the bottom of the 5th inning, where it's actually 5-3 Canton, as we have checked with the umpire. No bias here. It's a little bit of bias to Canton, but that does not matter. Here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the score is 5-3 in favor of the Canton Bulldogs, as the spectacular left-hander Sean Doyle is up to bat for the Canton Bulldogs, as Craig Doyle is still the pitcher. Craig Demers is still the pitcher for the Blue Devils. Is that ball is in time for the out at first base. As the first baseman is out at first base, and number 18, Jim Jenkins, is up at bat for the Canton Bulldogs. So Doyle, Jenkins, and Hamrock are due up for the Canton Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. All 1-0. As we're here at Gibson Field, it is the Canton Bulldogs versus the Fairhaven Blue Devils. The pitch. That ball is hammered deep into the forest. Foul. Foul ball. No getting that ball back. And Craig Demers gets set for the next pitch of this at bat. After that strike, the pitch speeds down the home plate and makes the count 1-2. As a speeding strike down to the home plate, as Craig Demers pitches, and that ball rolls off the net here at Gibson Field. So as they exchange balls here at Gibson Field, Craig Demers gets set to continue this at bat to Jim Jenkins, as the score is in favor of Canton, 5-3. Yes, 5-3. The pitch is high, and the catcher has to jump up to catch it. 2-2 the count. As the wind starts to pick up here at Gibson Field. The pitch is down in the dirt for a full count. As this is the bottom of the 5th inning, and there is one out here in the bottom of the 5th, and Jim Jenkins is up at bat for the Canton Bulldogs as he looks and awaits the pitch. That is foul. As there was a spectator walking his dog who just barely missed the catch. Barehanded grabs as it bounced off of his fingers. That must have. But here we go. There's Jim Jenkins here. Count. The pitch is foul once again. This man is known for working the count. He is Mr. Jenkins. In every pitcher he's seen today. The pitch is whacked past the shortstop, but the shortstop grabs it, and he is out at first base. So, after a hard-fought battle between pitcher, and batter, the pitcher wins out in the end. And now, the second Jimmy on the team, the splendid fielder, James Hamrock, is up at bat for the Canton Bulldogs. The pitch is down in the dirt, ball one, as it skips up off the dirt into the glove of the catcher from Fairhaven. Now Craig Demers is getting set for his next pitch, and Jimmy Hamrock is awaiting it. And there's the pitch, and it is a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count, as there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bulldogs lead the Blue Devils by a score of 5-3, and the pitch is whacked off the tip of the bat of Jimmy Hamrock, and almost like we have seen 2 times before, to the shortstop and to the first baseman. But the shortstop overruns the ball, and that will result in a single for the splendid fielder Jimmy Hamrock. Kevin Monagle is up to bat for the Bulldogs as the umpires are coordinating.
Hey, 10, don't worry about that. Go get this one.
And Kevin Monagle awaits the pitch. The pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. So last time Kevin Monagle was at bat, he got to first base on the past 3rd strike, the wacky play that ensued there, and he got to first base. And that ball was foul all the way down into the woods. Just like the other ball, that ball will never be recovered again. So Greg continues to get set, and he gets set and ready to pitch. The pitch is a ball. 2 on the count to Kevin Monagle, the junior. As we are here in the afternoon on Tuesday, the 19th, the pitch is a strike. 2-2 the count here on an April vacation for each team's high school students. And Craig continues with the pitch. Pitch is down in the dirt for a full count.
Hey, gotta get him now.
He's Craig Demers.
Hey, on the pen. Hey, 3-2 down. Go across it, Phil.
And Craig Demers takes some time to himself to get ready for this next pitch to Kevin Monagle. And the spectacular, splendid fielder takes third base. He tries to steal second base, but after the out, and that will result in the end of the 5th inning. So at the end of 5, the score is the Canton Bulldogs 5, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 3. And here we are in the top of the 6th inning, as Griffin Jerrier is still the pitcher for the Canton Bulldogs, and that will be an out off the first pitch of the 6th inning, as Ian Ferreira is out.
Come on, Brett, let's go.
And here we go with number 3 up to bat, as he hammers one deep into the shortstop on the ridge of the outfield where it meets the infield. And before you know it, there are 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And Craig Demers, the pitcher, is up for the Blue Devils. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And that is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0 on the 3rd pitch here in the top of the 6th.
Hey, time, what do you say?
The pitch is a strike. 1-1. 4 pitches here in the top of the 6th. pitch is down in the dirt. 2-1 count. Pitch count up to 5 for this inning. As Craig Demers is up for the Fairhaven Blue Devils, and that ball is hit into left field, and that ball is fair.
Hey, that's a nice try there, Ted.
It was once called fair, and then one umpire called foul, so that ball will be foul. That is a foul ball for the pitcher, Craig Demers, as we have a pitcher's duel here in a different sense of the word. Griffin Jerrier's pitch is hit to Kevin Towers, and that will result in the 1-2-3 inning here at Gibson Field at Canton High School. So at the end of 5.5, it's time to stretch, and it is also the score update, which is the Canton Bulldogs 5, the Blue Devils of Fairhaven 3. And here we are in the bottom of the 6th inning, as Craig Demers is still your pitcher for the Blue Devils. And we're at the bottom of the lineup where Matt Casamento is up for the Canton Bulldogs. That is a strike. 0-1 the count. Craig has been in since the top of the third when he took over for Ian Ferreira, who gave up the 5 runs that the Bulldogs currently have. 0-2 the count. As we are here at Gibson Field, and it is a sort of brisk day, but it isn't too bad. It's not raining, it's not snowing, so it's a good day for baseball. 1-2 the count. And some of you may be asking, where in the world is Fairhaven? And I'll tell you, it is near New Bedford along the South Shore, and we'll continue with that after I tell you that that was a ball. 2-2 the count. So Fairhaven's on the South Shore of Massachusetts. It's about a 45-minute drive up to Canton, Massachusetts. So there you go. There's the geography of Massachusetts, and there's the pitch. And it is a foul by number 40, Matt Casamento. As Casamento is a sophomore on the Varsity baseball team. So that is an achievement in and of itself. As the wind is starting to pick up here at Gibson Field, Craig Demers' pitch is swung at, but is foul. 2-2 the count. The pitch is down in the dirt for a full count. 3-2 the count to Matt Casamento.
There we go, Kaz. Come on, kid.
Craig's pitch is swung at and missed. And there will be 1 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now, in high school varsity baseball, they only play 7 innings. So if the Bulldogs hold off, if the Bulldogs score in any of this inning and hold off the Blue Devils in the top of the 7th, that will be the end of the game. And here we are at the top of the lineup. Mike McMahon is up to bat. Strike. 0-1. So that's the whole shebang. And the pitch is fouled. 0-2 to Mike McMahon. McMahon is 0 for 3 today, but he had a bunt that advanced the runner from first to second, but he's been out the other 2 times. So the pitch is a swing and a miss, and that is a 3-pitch out for the senior, Mr. Mike McMahon. Now here we are with number 14, Kevin Powers, who's the third man up to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as the Bulldogs lead 5-3. And that is a strike right down the middle. 0-1 the count, as the wind is really starting to move here towards right field. As Craig's pitch is up and away for a ball. 1-1. And here we go. Craig sitting up for the pitch. There is no man on base. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. That ball is hammered deep into left field, and that will result in a single for the man that pitched the shutout last time you were here at Gibson Field. Two for 4 is Kevin Powers for the day, including that single. Now here we are with the pitcher, Griffin Jerrier, who has pitched the entire game here for the Canton Bulldogs. Kevin Powers takes his lead at first, but soon has to go back, as Griffin Jerrier looks to line up for his at-bat. As Kevin Powers looks to advance off that wild pitch, and he is out at second as he tries to steal that very same base out the wild pitch from pitcher to first baseman. And so at the end of 6, it is the Canton Bulldogs 5, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 3. And here we are in the top of the 7th inning, where the Bulldogs just need to keep their lead and win this game. That is a foul tip by Bobby Mitchell, who is one of the 3 men set to have an at-bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Bobby Mitchell hits his ball straight up the first base line and will get a single, as it gets right into right field.
Come on, guys, let's go get it.
Josh Nunez is up for the Blue Devils of Fairhaven, as the Bulldogs look to maintain their lead here at Gibson Field. That ball is going to the first baseman for a check, but number 9 is safe at first as he takes his lead. Blue Devils have been known to steal. They've been stealing all day, and that ball is to the pitcher. Back to the pitcher as Bobby Mitchell steals second base. Josh Nunez is at the bat for the Blue Devils, as Canton looks to hold on to their lead. That ball is high up to right field. And that ball is caught, and Bobby Mitchell will be out at third base. As not only does the splendid fielder Jimmy Hamrock catch it in right field, he also throws it in and retires the runner that was on third base. So a spectacular double play by the splendid fielder. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, the Bulldogs are 1 out away from winning their 2nd straight home game here at Gibson Field. That is a high ball 1 to number 7. To Nolan Furtada, the brother of Ian Furtada. The pitch is a strike. 1-1 the count. Noah's brother Ian pitched the first 2 innings of this baseball game, resulting in the first 5 runs for Canton. As that ball is a chopper down the third base line, and he is safe at first base. Is number 7, Ian Furtada. It was a great play by the spectacular left-hander Sean Doyle, but was to no avail, as that is a single for number 7 of Fairhaven. Ryan McKenna is up for the Blue Devils as Griffin gets set to pitch. The pitch is down the dirt, and that was an extremely wild pitch. That ball jumped up all the way to the top of the backstop. Ryan is 1 for 3 in this game. As you see the giant metal structure behind the batter here, the ball went all the way up off the knee pad of the pitcher and into the top of that metal structure there. So the pitch is a strike right down the middle. 1-1 the count. Ryan McKenna is 1 for 3 today, as the Bulldogs are trying to hold on to their lead. 2-1 the count, as there is a runner in scoring position. The Bulldogs looking to hold on to their 5-3 lead here, as they're 1 out away from winning this baseball game. As there was a meeting between the first base coach and the player, number 7, on second base for the Blue Devils, as Griffin Jerrier looks to pitch, and he'll pitch. Is a no strike after swing and a miss by Ryan. 2-2 the count. Bulldogs are 1 strike away from winning this baseball game. The suspense is building higher and higher and higher. And that ball is a foul tip, and it is 2-2 the count.
Hey, you gotta be ready in there.
Ryan McKenna looking to extend this game, but the Bulldogs are 1 pitch away, 1 strike away from ending it. The pitch is whacked deep into center field, and it is caught by the splendid fielder Jimmy Hamrock. And at the end of the game, the Bulldogs hang on with the victory. With the final score is the Canton Bulldogs 5, the Fairhaven Blue Devils 3. So the Bulldogs win 5-3. For Canton Community Television, I'm Kevin Prague, along with my cameraman Jameson Smith and my statistician Nicholas McGregor. And thank you for watching.